You stand at a precipice. Not a physical one, perhaps, though the tremor in your spirit might suggest otherwise. No, this precipice is born of the relentless, often disorienting current of modern existence. A current that pulls, pushes, and often leaves you adrift, clutching at fleeting moments of clarity in a sea of ceaseless noise. Look around you. The digital hum, the incessant notifications, the curated highlight reels of lives that seem infinitely more vibrant, more purposeful than your own. This is the modern wilderness, vast and teeming with distractions, yet pregnant with a profound question. What is your North Star? For millennia, sailors navigated by the unwavering light of Polaris, a fixed point in the celestial dance. It wasn't the brightest star nor the most dramatic, but it was constant, dependable, a silent promise of direction. In a world of shifting sands and ephemeral trends, where does your inner compass point? What is that immovable, undeniable, burning truth within you that guides your every intention, every effort, every sacrifice? Without it, you are a ship without a rudder, tossed by every passing storm, chasing horizons that vanish as quickly as they appear. You might mistake activity for progress, busyness for purpose, and superficial gains for genuine fulfillment, but the soul, deep within, knows the difference. It whispers of a hunger that no fleeting pleasure can satiate, a longing for something more profound, more enduring. This yearning is not a weakness. It is a primal instinct, a genetic echo of those who built empires, scaled mountains, and dared to dream beyond the visible. It is the silent plea of your unmanifested potential, aching to be called forth. But potential, like a seed, remains dormant without the fertile ground of intention and the unwavering sun of purpose. Think of Edison, hunched over his experiments, thousands of failures blurring into a single unyielding pursuit of illumination. Was it stubbornness? Perhaps. But beneath that tenacity lay an unshakable conviction, a vision of a world bathed in electric light. His North Star wasn't just a bulb. It was progress, accessibility, a brighter future for all. It was a purpose so deeply ingrained that failure was merely data, a detour, never a dead end. Consider Abraham Lincoln navigating the treacherous waters of civil war, carrying the weight of a fractured nation on his shoulders. What propelled him? Through despair, through doubt, through the scathing criticism of his contemporaries. It wasn't a desire for personal glory. It was an unwavering commitment to the Union, to the ideals of freedom and equality. His North Star was the preservation of a nation, a vision so potent it dwarfed personal comfort, political expediency, and even the looming threat of assassination. He knew his destination, and that certainty was his shield against the chaos. This understanding, this profound internal alignment, begins with the mind. Not just the conscious mind, which flits from one thought to another like a restless butterfly, but the subconscious, the vast fertile ground where beliefs are sown and destinies are quietly forged. Your current reality, in many ways, is a direct manifestation of your deepest, often unexamined beliefs. If you believe purpose is a luxury, an elusive concept reserved for a select few, then it will remain so for you. If you believe you are inherently unworthy, incapable, or destined for mediocrity, then your actions, subtly and overtly, will conspire to validate that belief. The mind, like a magnificent garden, can either be cultivated with deliberate care or allowed to run wild, choked by weeds of doubt, fear, and limiting narratives. We are bombarded daily by external influences that seek to define us, to tell us who we should be, what we should desire, how we should live. Social media, advertising, the constant hum of external validation. These are the weeds that threaten to strangle the tender shoots of genuine purpose. You must become the vigilant gardener of your own thoughts. This is where the concept of a definite chief aim comes into play, a cornerstone of Hill's philosophy, stripped of its archaic language and reclothed in modern relevance. It is not a vague aspiration, a fleeting wish whispered to the universe. It is a precise, vividly imagined destination. It is a commitment written in the indelible ink of conviction that you will dedicate your efforts to achieving this one singular, overriding objective. Think of it as mapping your coordinates before you set sail. You wouldn't embark on a transoceanic voyage without knowing your port of destination, would you? Yet, countless individuals drift through life hoping to stumble upon success, upon meaning, upon happiness, without ever charting a course. Clarity, then, is the first light of your North Star. What do you truly desire? Not what society dictates, not what your parents wished for you, not what your peers seem to be pursuing. What resonates deeply within your soul? What problem stirs you to action? What contribution, however small or grand, ignites a fire in your belly? This requires introspection, a deliberate withdrawal from the clamor of the external world to listen to the whispers of your authentic self. It's a process of peeling back layers, discarding the superficial until you arrive at the core truth. This clarity isn't a single aha moment for many. It's an unfolding, a continuous refinement, like a sculptor chipping away at marble to reveal the masterpiece within. Once you have glimpsed this potential North Star, you must nurture it with unwavering belief. Belief is not mere intellectual assent. It is a profound, visceral knowing. It is the fuel that powers your journey, the invisible force that transforms intention into reality. Without belief, even the most brilliant vision remains a fragile dream, easily shattered by the first gust of wind. Think of Walt Disney, who, despite numerous bankruptcies and rejections, clung to his audacious vision of an animated wonderland. People called him a dreamer, a fool, but his belief in the power of imagination and the joy he could bring to millions was unshakable. He saw Disneyland in his mind's eye long before a single shovel broke ground. That belief, that unwavering conviction, built an empire. How do you cultivate such belief? Through consistent, deliberate mental conditioning. You feed your mind with the affirmations of your purpose. You visualize its attainment with vivid detail, engaging all your senses. You immerse yourself in the success stories of those who have walked a similar path. You actively guard against the insidious creep of doubt, recognizing it as a saboteur that seeks to derail your progress. This isn't about delusion. It's about programming your subconscious mind to align with your highest aspirations, to transform possibility into inevitability. This brings us to the crucial element of vision. A North Star is not merely a direction. It is a destination vividly painted in the mind's eye. It is the detailed blueprint of your desired future. Your vision isn't just a vague notion of success or happiness. It is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. What does your life look like when your purpose is fully realized? What impact have you made? What tangible results have you produced? Who have you become in the process? This detailed visualization acts as a powerful magnet, pulling you towards its realization. It provides the motivation to overcome obstacles, the clarity to make difficult decisions, and the endurance to persist when the path becomes arduous. Ford, for instance, didn't just envision a faster carriage. He envisioned affordable transportation for the masses, a revolution in mobility that would transform society. His vision wasn't just about a product. It was about democratizing progress, about changing the very fabric of American life. That expansive vision, driven by a profound purpose, allowed him to overcome manufacturing challenges, labor disputes, and the skepticism of his peers. He saw the assembly line before it was built, the Model T in every driveway before it was produced. This is the power of a compelling vision, rooted in purpose. Purpose, then, is the very essence of your North Star. It is the why behind everything you do. It is the deep underlying reason that compels you to act, to learn, to grow, to contribute. It's more than a goal. It's a calling. It's the answer to the fundamental question, what am I here to do? Your purpose might be to alleviate suffering, to innovate, to inspire, to create beauty, to educate, to build communities, to solve complex problems. It's not necessarily about making billions. It's about making a difference, however small or grand. When your actions are aligned with a deeply held purpose, they cease to be mere tasks and become expressions of your authentic self. This alignment brings a profound sense of meaning, of fulfillment, that no external achievement alone can provide. But purpose without discipline is like a magnificent ship without a captain. It might possess incredible potential, but it will wander aimlessly, buffeted by every changing tide. Discipline is the rigorous adherence to your chosen path, the consistent application of effort even when motivation wanes. It is the bridge between intention and execution. It's waking up early when you'd rather sleep, putting in the extra hours when you'd rather relax, saying no to distractions when you crave instant gratification. Discipline is not glamorous. It is the quiet, consistent work of building brick by brick the edifice of your dreams. It's Edison in his lab, night after night, meticulously testing, failing, learning. It's Carnegie systematically building his steel empire, understanding that sustained effort, even in the face of economic downturns, was the key to dominance. They understood that results are not accidental. They are the inevitable outcome of disciplined action. This consistent, deliberate effort builds momentum, creating an unstoppable force that propels you towards your North Star. And what is discipline without action? A beautifully drawn map gathering dust in a drawer. Action is the engine of progress, the tangible manifestation of your commitment. It is the moment you translate intention into physical movement, thought into deed. Too many brilliant minds remain untapped because they become trapped in the paralysis of analysis, perpetually planning, perpetually refining, never daring to step out and execute. The greatest ideas, the most profound purposes remain unrealized without the courage to take the first step and then the next and the next. Action, especially when driven by purpose, is inherently iterative. You act, you observe the results, you learn, you adapt, and you act again. This is the scientific method applied to life, a continuous cycle of experimentation and refinement. Failure in this context is not a setback. It is valuable data, a signpost guiding you closer to your true path. Every misstep, every stumble, every deviation from your intended course provides crucial information, sharpening your focus, refining your approach. Consider the Wright brothers. Driven by the purpose of human flight, they didn't just dream of soaring. They built gliders, tested them, crashed them, learned from their mistakes, and then built more. Their actions, born of a clear vision and unwavering purpose, propelled humanity into the skies. They didn't wait for perfect conditions. They created them through persistent, intelligent action. As you embark on this journey, recognize the profound power of gratitude. Gratitude is not merely a polite acknowledgement. It is a transformative mindset. It is the conscious recognition and appreciation for what you have, even as you strive for more. When you cultivate gratitude, you shift your focus from lack to abundance, from what is missing to what is present. This positive mental state attracts more of what you desire. It creates a fertile ground for creativity, resilience, and optimism. Even in the midst of challenges, finding something to be grateful for, a lesson learned, a supportive friend, the opportunity to try again, can transform your perspective and renew your energy. Carnegie, for all his ruthless ambition, understood the power of appreciation, fostering loyalty and dedication among his workforce through genuine recognition. But the path to your North Star is rarely a straight line. The world is dynamic, unpredictable, constantly shifting. Therefore, adaptability becomes a vital companion on your journey. The ability to pivot, to adjust your sails when the winds change direction, to embrace new information and modify your plans without losing sight of your ultimate destination. This is the hallmark of true mastery. Obsessive rigidity, a refusal to deviate from an outdated plan, will inevitably lead to stagnation and frustration. Think of the internet, a force that has reshaped entire industries. Companies that clung to old business models, refusing to adapt to the digital revolution, crumbled. Those that embraced change, innovated, and redefined their purpose for the new landscape thrived. Your North Star remains fixed, but the routes to reach it may require flexibility and innovation. This isn't about abandoning your purpose. It's about discovering new, more effective ways to manifest it in a changing world. And when setbacks inevitably occur, as they will, resilience becomes your impenetrable shield. Resilience is not the absence of pain or disappointment. It is the ability to bounce back, to learn from adversity, to emerge stronger and more determined than before. It is the unwavering belief that you can overcome any obstacle, that every challenge is an opportunity for growth. Lincoln, faced with unimaginable grief and repeated military defeats, never surrendered his conviction in the Union. His resilience, forged in the crucible of suffering, ultimately secured the nation's future. This resilience is not a mystical quality. It is cultivated through consistent effort, through mindful self-talk, through a deep understanding that failure is not fatal, merely a stepping stone. It's about reframing challenges as opportunities for learning and growth. It's about understanding that the strongest steel is forged in the hottest fire. When you embrace this mindset, every setback becomes a classroom, every obstacle a chance to hone your skills and deepen your resolve. The journey of discovering and pursuing your North Star is also a journey of continuous learning. The world is not static, and neither should you be. Intellectual curiosity, a relentless pursuit of knowledge, and a willingness to embrace new perspectives are crucial for navigating the complexities of modern existence and for staying ahead of the curve. Read widely, seek out mentors, engage in stimulating conversations, and never assume you have all the answers. The most successful individuals are often the most voracious learners, recognizing that knowledge is power and continuous improvement is the bedrock of sustained achievement. Carnegie, a self-made industrialist, was a lifelong learner, constantly seeking new technologies and management principles to gain an edge. This continuous learning isn't just about acquiring facts. It's about expanding your understanding of yourself, of others, and of the world around you. It's about developing critical thinking skills, problem-solving abilities, and the capacity for innovation. It's about becoming a master of your craft, whatever that craft may be. And the more you learn, the more clearly your North Star will shine, illuminated by new insights and expanded possibilities. Furthermore, recognize the immense power of collaboration and the mastermind principle, a concept Napoleon Hill championed. You are not meant to walk this path entirely alone. Surround yourself with individuals who uplift you, challenge you, and share a similar drive for growth and purpose. These are your allies, your sounding boards, your co-creators. A group of like-minded individuals united by a common objective can generate an energy and intelligence far greater than the sum of its parts. Think of the scientific breakthroughs achieved by collaborative teams, the great enterprises built by partnerships of visionaries, the social movements propelled by collective action. When you connect with others who resonate with your purpose, you amplify your impact, gain diverse perspectives, and find strength in shared commitment. This synergy is not just beneficial, it's often critical for transcending limitations and achieving truly monumental results. Consider how crucial collaboration was for Edison with his team of researchers at Menlo Park, or for Ford and his engineers in perfecting the assembly line. It wasn't one genius working in isolation. It was a collective intelligence, a shared commitment to a grand vision. Your North Star, while deeply personal, can only reach its fullest potential when you open yourself to the power of synergy with others who believe in your mission or in a complementary mission of their own. Finally, and perhaps most profoundly, understand that your North Star is not a solitary pursuit. While the journey is deeply personal, the impact of your purpose extends far beyond yourself. When you discover and align with your true calling, you inspire others, you contribute to the collective good, and you leave a lasting legacy. Your success, when driven by purpose, becomes a beacon for those who are still searching, a testament to the transformative power of a life lived with intention. Think of the ripple effect of a single, purposeful life, a teacher who ignites a passion for learning in a student, an entrepreneur who creates a product that genuinely improves lives, an artist who inspires joy and wonder. Each of these individuals, guided by their unique North Star, contributes to the greater tapestry of human progress. Their actions, born of a deep commitment to something larger than themselves, echo through generations. This is the true measure of a life well lived, not just what you accumulate, but what you contribute. Not just what you achieve for yourself, but the positive impact you have on the lives of others, on your community, on the world. Your North Star, when it truly shines, illuminates not just your own path, but casts light for others to find their way. It is a powerful legacy, more enduring than any material possession. It is the ultimate expression of a life lived with meaning and intention. So, As you stand at this precipice, as you navigate the turbulent currents of modern life, ask yourself, what is the unwavering light that guides your soul? What is the profound purpose that compels you to rise, to strive, to overcome? It is not out there, waiting to be discovered by chance. It is within you, a silent whisper, a burning ember, waiting to be fanned into a roaring flame. It demands courage, this quest. Courage to silence the noise, to defy the expectations of others, to look inward and confront the unvarnished truth of your desires. It demands conviction, an unshakable belief in your own capacity to achieve the seemingly impossible. It demands relentless discipline, the consistent application of effort even when the path is obscured. It demands action, bold and unwavering, to translate your vision into tangible reality. The journey will not be without storms. There will be moments of doubt, stretches of exhaustion, and the occasional siren call of complacency. But remember your North Star. Remember the unwavering light of your purpose. Let it be your compass, your anchor, your unwavering guide through every challenge, every triumph, every twist and turn of your magnificent journey. For when you truly discover your North Star, you cease to merely exist, you begin to truly live. And in that living, you not only transform your own world, but become a powerful force for good in the world around you. The choice is yours. Will you drift or will you chart your course? The light is waiting. Embrace your North Star and illuminate the path for all who follow.